Everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 50 of Direwolf20's Let's Play series. Is it episode 50 already? Another world download? Sweet. Hey, I'm real quick making a memory stick, because that sounds like a good time, right? So we can use this to store experience, and I'm not sure how full it can get, but we're gonna check it out. So how's this thing work? Let's see. Right-click to store one level, sneak right-click to retrieve a level, left-click to toggle XP orb auto-absorb. Well, that's cool. Oh, look at this. This is nice. I wonder how much you can absorb. Neat. Now, I don't suppose that you can do anything with this guy, like, in terms of, you know, stuff and perhaps things, but we'll see. Let's see, I'm going to put away a couple things I don't need at this exact moment, but there's a few things I do. I rearranged a little bit downstairs, so I've got some extra stuff in my inventory at the moment, and I also want to today go get some more spawner extractors. However, I'd like to get another stupid hammer. And by stupid, I mean stupid OP, because it is really stupid OP, this hammer. But I want another one. Because it's so awesomely ridiculous that I want one for the mob farm and one for me. Is that so wrong? Is that so wrong? I just, you know, it's a hilariously cool hammer. Here's my thought process. Here's how the episode started out. I was gonna go get an Enderman spawner and make some Enderman thingy for new Metacraft. And then it occurred to me, wait a minute. When I do that, it's going to spawn a whole bunch of Endermen, and that's going to hurt. So I should go get my hammer. And then I'm like, I don't want to have to go get my hammer all the time. I want another hammer. And then I said to myself, wait a minute. If I'm going to get another hammer and make a new hammer, I should probably enchant it. Thus, now's a good time to make that memory thing that's been on my JEI to-do list for about 6 episodes now. So I'm going to extract all my experience out of my experience pylon, as you can see here. I'm going to consume it. Right, this is all the experience I've been building up over the last however many episodes since I made this experience pylon. I'm hoping there's a lot of experience in here. My goodness, that's a lot of experience. We'll see how much is left. I didn't actually look at the metric in there. I didn't pay attention to the metric in there 5 seconds ago when I opened up the UI. But it doesn't look like there's a lot of experience left in there. So let's get another stack of sugar. And we'll see how good this is. Because I don't need this experience pylon anymore, in theory, if I'm going to do the memory stick. Which, by the way, looks like it's a curio. Is that right? It is a curio. So it can go in the curio slot. That's cool. Alright, so we got maybe another stack's worth? We're getting there, though. We're getting really close to draining this thing completely. And I just grabbed what sugarcane I had in my refined storage system, courtesy of my hopper thingy. Oh, good. 60 experience left. Nice. Well, there you go. Sweet. All right, now we get to... Now, can I shift-click or something? No, we're just going to have to sit here and hold right-click for a while. So what I'm going to do is see how much of this experience can actually be stored inside this memory stick. Hopefully, a healthy amount. So we get about 40 levels for a stack of those. Looks like it's holding a good amount, right? That's not bad. All right. Let me come back, because this is going to be a little bit boring. I'll come back when I'm done. Alright, decent amount of levels, courtesy of all that confection stuff. And we'll see if it all fits inside this memory stick. It looks like it is. That's awesome. Cool. Alright, so now I can use the memory stick for all my enchanting needs. And that can totally go into a curio slot. So that, the reason to put it in a curio slot is because it can automatically absorb experience. So currently I have 80 levels stored in there. That is cool. That is cool. Alright, now that I got this fancy thing, let's go down here and do 1, 2, and that should make me a new hammer that I can now go enchant, and will also get charged up, courtesy of my wireless RF stuff. So I'll probably dump a whole bunch of RF into it again, like I did the other hammer, and that'll be fine. Not a big deal. I just want to have it so that when I go extract both the blaze and the Enderman thingies, we're going to be ready for that. Right? So you come in here, you're going to start zapping up a bunch of power. We just bumped up to common tier already. That was quick. Haha. And now we're uncommon. That was also quick. It's very quick to get up to epic tier, based on my current setup. But I don't have that crazy of a setup already. Legendary, 3 billion RF is a little bit much. But then getting it up to infinity tier, like that's a little bananas. That's a very large... Like, there's a big difference between 3 billion and max int. I'm just saying. There's a big difference. Like, this is just for the lols, right? Like, I'm just... Like, nobody's going to do that for real. I mean, some people might, but not me. I mean, it would just be a huge waste of time. But that's cool. So I've got my Infinity Hammer ready to go. I'm just going to go enchant him real quick. Let's get some lapis and some books. So now it's a lot easier for me to not worry about the whole thing here, because I can just pop you in, see what... Ooh, Fortune 3. Well, there you go. Wait, is Fortune what I want for the hammer? No, I want looting, don't I? Isn't it looting that I want? Why does Fortune go on you? Isn't it looting that you want? Yeah, Fortune is usually like drills and stuff. That's funny. Looting doesn't go on here. Huh. Beheading does. Disarming, Life Leech, Venom, Raider's Bane, Bane of Other Fortune. Sharpness does. Smite and Sweeping it. That's interesting. Huh. Isn't looting what we want? Don't you want looting? I know I always mix them up in my brain, and that's just a dire thing. But, like, isn't it usually looting? Huh. Let's see. What swords get? Swords get looting, right? Yeah, looting. That's what I should be getting, not fortune. Huh. It's weird. I bet that happened on my other one. I didn't even notice. Well, anyway, let's make it sharpness then. Does that sound cool? So, yeah, sharpness is what I want, but not sharpness 3. I want, you know, much better than that. So, gonna get some experience. I'm gonna do this off camera real quick. I'm just gonna get some enchants on here. We'll see what we get. There we go, sharpness 5. And that also got fortune 3. Okay, I don't know if that makes a difference, like if there's any purpose to that, if that's gonna improve things. I guess it might. I guess we'll find out. But it should be looting on there, right? So I'm not sure why we get fortune, but it's all good. Now you're going to drain all the experiences, which is fun. I'm going to equip you in my curio slot, because there's no reason... I guess he can go anywhere. That's cool. I like that he can go... I got part of me likes the curio system, where it's like there's different slots for different types of items, and the other part of me is like, I kind of like that it can go anywhere. So I'm not sure. But either way, yeah, wireless crafting grid is... it's probably not a surprise to anyone. So I have to figure that out, what I'm going to do about that. That's one minor nuisance, is that this guy can't charge inventory slots. And that's like part of the mod. Like it's designed not to charge things in your player's inventory, which is kind of a bummer. So it means when I have things like the wireless crafting grid, I wish this could be a curio, and that would make life a lot easier, because he can charge curio slots. I guess the other option there would just be to carry around a flux capacitor with you at all times. And I guess you're charging my Infinity Hammer, so that's not super helpful. And you're probably getting lowish. Yeah. I'm going to let that go just so he can continue filling up. So now let's go get ourselves... I'm going to take a little nap. I can get rid of the thingy again here. I don't need you no more. As much as you were good as a stopgap measure... you also required sugar to get my experience out, which was a meh. Not the end of the world, obviously, but I like having an item that I just click. Makes life a little bit easier. So now, hooray! We're going to head down here, and there should be an Enderman spawner around here somewhere, right? Ow, that's zombies. Nope, thank you. Ow, ow, ow. I know there's Enderman around here, and I think it's down this corridor. Enderman! Perfect. Because I would like to get Enderman kills, right? So what we're going to do is set up, just like we did before, you for the extracting. What I'm going to use is normal pressure tubes, because I think you can only accept... Actually, it's you who can only accept. Okay, that should be cool. I really need to make an ender pouch. I really need to make an ender pouch. And then do I have that drill still? Good. So that's going to be the plus. That's going to be the negative. Boop. Good? Good. And then you're ready to vacuum pump. So let's get... And then I'm going to have... I I don't think I brought a heatsink with me, but it's gonna be alright. Oh, I didn't bring a flux plug either, so now it's gonna be less alright. Yeah, I should very much bring a heatsink with me. And a flux plug. Flux plug need, heatsink nice to have. But what I also want to install on this guy, what I got is two things. One, I got the security upgrade here. Where is he? Here. So that'll prevent him from going above... well, actually, I don't know what a security update will do because you can go up to 20. So I want to make sure this thing doesn't go above 5. So what I'm going to do is safety valve the tube right here. And that'll make it so that when it hits 4.9 bars, it'll release air pressure, which is a waste of air pressure, but also it means no explosions. So that's kind of nice. By default, it's 4.9 here. If this was an advanced tube, it would be 19.9. And if you put an advanced PCB thing on there, it'll let you choose what you want it to be. So let me come back in a minute after I head back down into that nice place again. Be right back. All right, so now we're back down here. I set up my heatsink, and we're ready to flux plug you to Dial 20's network. And you should be getting the powers. Oh, you know what? Haha, probably not. Let me take this off my thing. And now we're getting the powers. All my RF was going into the hammer. Which makes perfect sense. So let's throw a few speed upgrades in there. Now that's going to obviously generate more heat. And what I've noticed is if you're lower down under the ground, like at a lower Y level, the ambient temperature is higher. So like it's 59 C down here. So if you were looking to do yeast, you could just do this at this Y level and you wouldn't need any heat. Presumably, I would think-ish. So just something to keep in mind. Cool, so this is going up. This guy's doing his thing. That's pretty cool. You're spinning. You're, I guess, draining. And that works for me. This bar temperature. I don't know why he starts at like kind of a higher pressure, but meh, it's all good. Let's give you redstone control, so you run on high signal now. I don't want to set up like the full-blown automation with him. You know what? I can probably just remove these speed upgrades and then you'll be fine. Yeah. Well, maybe not completely remove. We'll see. There's probably a balancing act between speed upgrades or not, right? That seems pretty well balanced, to be fair. Hovering right around 4 bars. We're losing a little bit still, but I could throw one more in there. And now we're gaining a little bit. It's fine. And then we'll just let the pressure thing escape. Because all I'm here for is a minute. So there's no need to like set up the full-blown automation. All right, so once you drop below 0 bars of pressure, then we should be in good shape. I'll come back when we're closer. And what's funny is as soon as I equip my infinity hammer, I start losing RF here. So I should probably turn off charging for a minute. And I guess I can bump the range up all the way. I don't think I need beheading for this guy at this time. Nice. All right, cool. And we're at negative 0.03. Oh, cool. We're already starting to have a little bit of this happen. So there you go. That's what happens, right? So we're wasting power, quote unquote wasting. Not a big deal though, because we're only here for a few minutes. If I was doing this for longer term, I'd set up the whole redstone control thing, but we're not, so who cares? You know, you can speed upgrade vacuum pumps, by the way. Did I know that? Did we already determine that? Oh, hello, Enderman. Hey, buddy. So extraction is in progress. Beautiful. Here I am ready for a fight, and I'm not seeing much of a fight. Enderman? Hello? Bueller? Bueller? Now I'm wondering if I want to, like, use a different sword in my mob farm. As I'm waiting for this, I'm just thinking out loud. So because this has fortune rather than looting, would it make more sense to maybe try a different sword in my mob farm? Because there is the beheading enchant. So we could do beheading and looting on like a diamond sword or something. Probably not a diamond sword, but you know what I mean? Some other sword that's, you know, semi-OP. And wow, yeah, I think there's just nowhere for them to spawn. I mean, there's a few spots for them to spawn, but okay. I mean, I'll take it. Thank you. All done. Yes, everybody out of the pool. Beautiful. That works for me. All right, to home, James. So now we've got an Enderman spawner. How cool is that? So let's go home and set him up in the thing. I'm debating if I want... There's a few things I could want. I'm debating how I want to do this. So let's put away just a couple things for a minute. I don't think I need you at the moment. Everything else I'm going to hang on to, because I'm about to do the same thing for blazes, too. And we're going to do that in the nether. And I'm interested to see what the ambient temperature in the nether is, FYI. But let's turn you off for a minute. Right? And let's set this up with Enderman spawns. So if I take you out and put you in, and turn you on, we should be spawning Enderman now. Nice. And everything's working. It's exactly what I want to see. Wow, that's a lot of bones. Ender pearls and nebulous heart drops. Sweet. So did we already fill up? Wow, we really did. All right, so we're gonna want some void upgrades. Let's get a handful of them. We'll be ready to void upgrade all the things. Boop, 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 and boop, and boop, and boop, and then 2 more, just to have them all void upgraded. Sure, why not? All right, that's all the upgrades we've got handy at the moment. And that should be cool. All right, so you and you can go here and here. And that looks good to me. Sweet. So he definitely doesn't look like we're getting a looting effect on him. So that's a little bit of a bummer. That hammer is bonkers ridiculous, but also for some reason gets fortune rather than looting, which is a little bit of a bummer. I should look into what other sword options I have, shouldn't I? Probably. I should also note that the reason this is back here is it looked to me when I was paying close attention to my withers dying that there were occasionally wither skeleton skulls dropping on the ground and instantly disappearing. So I wondered if throwing an item collector down would help. So I made a quick item collector, and this thing, all it does is like literally the instant an item shows up as an entity, watch, as soon as I drop it. Like you don't even see the item entity leave my hand. Right? So that's... I was hoping that I would be picking up wither skeletons with that thing, but no luck. So FYI, that's why that's back there. All right, let me think about a better sword, maybe, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, we're back, and I'm just checking in. How's my stuff? Did I leave this running? We got about 30 of them. It's not running anymore, is it? That's why. Yeah, it's not terrible. Not terrible. Debating what I want to do about sword here, because here's the deal. It's not great, but it's not terrible. I'm thinking that fortune's not working so well, right? On the Infinity Hammer. I wonder if that's a bug. I should check in on that. But long story short, I looked at other swords. There's a bunch of other sword or weapons that can accept looting. I basically looked at looting and did the usage on it and flipped through here because there's a lot of things not called sword, right? Like Star Caller, that's a sword, but it doesn't have sword in the name. So if you look for sword, you're not gonna find store, right? There's a lot of things that aren't named sword. There's a few things in here that looked interesting. For example, I never noticed that there's a refined obsidian sword that does 14 attack damage base. That's a lot. That's a lot of damage, refined obsidian. But the problem is most of these have durability, right? And so my concern is that we would like this this guy has RF cost durability, right? So we can use him for a long time and not worry. By the way, I'm gonna let him charge again. Not worry about him running out of RF anytime soon. Like I don't know what the RF number is at on that thing at this moment, but it's fine. So I don't have to worry about that. So we'll see. We'll figure it out. But let's go get a blaze spawner. I think that would be fun for you guys to watch me try and not die for. And once that's taken care of, I'm going to call our dark room and pneumaticraft setup complete. I'm not saying we're never touching pneumaticraft again, but we're probably going to switch to something else because we've been doing a lot of pneumaticraft the last few episodes. And I think you guys have enjoyed it, though, based on the feedback and the comments and stuff. Like, it seems to me... Ow. Sir, no, not polite, sir. What are you doing? So this one's going to be a little bit harder to capture because of the fact that, you know, number one, blazes can spawn. So we should move our collective. Let's put you here. All right, fire bad. Let's actually go home and clean up my inventory real quick. I hadn't considered this, but yeah, we're gonna have an inventory situation go on real quick before I have anything else. Let's put you guys away. Let's put you away. Blaze, okay, and I definitely want one of my flux compressors, but not both probably. Anything else I don't need at the moment that I don't need to be bringing around with me? I don't think I need to carry my sleeping bag these days. Should be pretty cool. I have no idea what the heatsink and how that's going to work out, but I guess we'll find out. It should all be good. Good enough. All right, let's try and do this in a way that's not horribly stupid. And maybe I'll put on, like, my diamond helmet. Insight, Protection 3, Mana Boost, Gourmand. I'll do this one. Blaze spawner. Thank you. Alright, so I'm ready with this, and now we're going to try and do this as quickly as possible, right? So what I'm going to want here... That'll be the plus, that'll be the minus. That should be cool. And I'm going to have you here and here. Hey, I'm hitting them. Hitting them. And then we want our vortex tube ready to go. And then the flux compressor. That looks good. So native temperature 55°C. Not terrible. Not terrible. Flux point ready to rock. Let's set you to no longer charging so that we get power in here. Looking good. We'll put our 4 in there. That looks cool. Heatsink. Ah, missed. There you go. Sweet. Okay. So then, now I want you to be speed upgraded a little bit. And your pressure should drop nice and quickly. And now, we're about to have a bunch of spawns. I thought this would be funny to watch, because I was going to totally have to deal with a lot of mobs. And so far, it seems like it's... working out. The reach on this thing seems a little bit low. How we doing? 26%? We're getting there. Let's go, Chief. You're doing okay-ish. Your temperature's getting a little bit hot, but we're managing. 50%. Come on, you can do it. Nice. Yeah, this weapon is pretty cool. I just really am bummed that it's fortune instead of looting. I gotta report that. Maybe that's something you can fix. 83%, we're getting there. 90. Nice. I forgot the safety valve, didn't I? Totally forgot the safety valve. But that's okay, because we managed to get the spawner core just before it blew up. Just before it blew up, we got the spawner core. That was a close one. I'm sure everybody in the comments is going to yell at me a lot about that one. Oh good, it's raining and it's nighttime. Well, at least it's both. Means I can sleep. That means I can sleep. Alright, so let's try the Blaze spawner and let's see how well you do. So, Enderman out, Blaze in. Did I do something silly in there? No, I think we're cool. Why do I feel like something silly had happened? I don't know, but it's all good. So Blazes go. Nice. And now we can add whatever Blaze drops occur. So that would pretty much just be you two, right? Boom. And boom. And then you go away, you go away. I don't need most of this stuff anymore, at least at this moment. That looks cool. And then I think what I'm going to have is a chest out here to hold my other spawner cores, right? And that should be good times. So I can put you guys all away. That's all feeling good, 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 good. I'm going to let you start charging again. And then we'll just have a chest right here for the other two spawner cores. And now, you know, if I need more blazes, I just, you know, let them run. If I need more ender pearls, I let that run. And everything's groovy, right? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. And we're going to get a lot of nebulous heart drops too, which is nice. Yeah, my only regret is the lack of looting on this sword. That's the only bummer. Not the end of the world, mind you, but a bummer nonetheless. So FYI, I think I did this between episodes, but I found the sweet spot. If I keep this around 9 speed upgrades, and I keep this guy around 7 speed upgrades, we seem to produce just enough pressure to keep this running all the time, which is pretty cool. Right, you can see it staying nice and running. So this is like the magic number. And this gets us 5 ticks per spawn. So every 5 ticks, it tries to spawn a blaze, I presume that's what that means. AKA, you get about 4 blazes a second. Which, I think that jives with where we're at. Come on. Yeah. See? It's doing a really good job. See? There was a blaze head, by the way. Did you see the blaze head? Now, did we get the blaze head? No. So see? See? I think that is the Infinity Hammer thing. So I was gonna be looking at making a network transmitter and receiver from Refined Storage, which allows you to wirelessly connect 2 areas in your world. However, it looks like they need netherite. So do we have any nether scrap? I don't think so. I don't think we do, right? That would be netherite ingots, netherite scraps. I don't think we have any of that. I could go looking for some, or I could come up with a clever way to get some. Maybe we're gonna have to think about that one. So that won't be trivial. I was gonna hook that up so that I could, you know, because I want to have an external storage on this dude, so that we have access to these things in the Refined Storage network. Right? That would be cool. Which, by the way, we are up to 503 blaze rods and 161 molten cores. I'm just laughing because, remember, I said when we started this whole process, what did I say? I said this thing was bonkers good, right? Didn't I say it? Remember? Go back to like when I first, I forget exactly what I said, but go back to when I first changed gears from the mechanical dirt to pneumatic craft. I was like, trust me, it's ridiculous. Remember me saying that? Yeah. So, I mean, it's been like 5 minutes since I was recording, and we very quickly got ourselves quite a few blaze rods, and looting isn't working. This is just how quickly they're spawning the mobs. Like, we're just getting lots and lots of mobs in here, and it's just running endlessly. And all it's costing us, ultimately, all it's costing us is RF. Right? Like, straight up just RF is what's doing this. A little bit of logic. Not much, though. Oh, look, we are actually losing out a little bit on bars. Did you get too hot or something? Not quite sure. But the point is, it runs pretty well. I could lower this just a little bit. I mean, he's real-ish. 7. I could bump you up a little bit more. Doesn't matter. not super concerned about it. It's wrapping up point for the episode, I think. So for now, Devil20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We will come back next time. I think that's enough new Craft for a little bit, but we will probably be playing with it more. A couple of people are suggesting I check out the new Craft armor. Maybe I should do that. I was told this stuff is pretty good. I mean, I'm just saying. I heard the new Craft armor is pretty cool. We could look in the book and find out about it. There's also drones. We never played with drones. Those are super fun. There's some really neat logistics things you can do with drones. What else didn't we look at from new Craft? I'm just curious. Electrostatic compressor. What does this do? Generates a lot of air from lightning strikes. Ah, well, that's cool. I bet we could do something with that. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff in new Craft. We looked at most of it. Drone interface, huh? What's that one do? A block that allows computer craft and open computers to interface with drones. Remember my cool drone program? Oh man, that was back in the day. That was old school. Anyway, definitely wrapping up point. So for now, Devil20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time and continue playing with all the fun mods in this pack. I'm having a good time with. I'm hoping you guys are as well. Hoping you're enjoying the series. And for now, just, take it easy.